What's up, y'all? It's Dontavious here, three-time Team USA high jumper, currently coaching athletes as well. Just want to welcome y'all to another athlete interview who has made progress. So, who are we speaking with today?
Man, it's Malik. Man. I go to a Division III school, small school in Pennsylvania called Elizabethtown College.
All right. Well, Malik, I appreciate you hopping on the interview today, man, and just excited to hear your story and see where you came from.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
Oh, yeah. Awesome. So, Malik, what was your PR, kind of before you reached out? Just to give a little background. So, Malik reached out to me on Instagram, just, reaching out for some support, trying to get some help in the high jump. And he's made progress since that point. So we're just kind of be reviewing where he's been able to come from and where he is now currently. So Malik, where were you, before you kind of reached out?
So before I reached out, I was new to track and field. So I just came out. I was on my basketball team at my college here, and I wanted to try something new. So like my first meet, I think I was jumping like 5'8", 5'10". But there was my coach kept telling me there was a lot of potential there. There was a lot of potential, a lot of potential. Everyone was telling me there was a lot of potential. So I reached out to you around I think May before my regional meet. I was progressively getting better the more I talked to you. And then I kind of put it all together and I PR'd was 6'5" at my regional meet to place third. So I learned a lot from you and I got a lot from you.
Oh yeah. Hey man, that's great to hear. Like going from 5'8", 5'10" to being like 6'5",
Mm,
getting third place in the region, like that's a big deal. Like that's about 5 to 7 inches of difference.
absolutely. Yeah. Mm.
That's crazy, man. Congratulations on your success, man.
I appreciate you, boss. I appreciate you.
Yeah, I love to hear that. So I do want to ask, so what do you feel like, was the main thing that kind of helped you along your journey that kind of shifted your trajectory in the high jump?
Yeah. So I think it was just being relaxed. I was thinking too much about going over the bar rather than how to get to the bar. So I was skipping the whole approach process and jumping straight into the bar. How can I rotate more? How can my body somersault over the bar rather jumping into the bar? But like you taught me that everything starts from the approach, and I've been doing that for a couple years now. Every time I work on my approach, I learn something new about myself, or like I gain newer heights. And like just background, like when I told you when I did that regional meet, that was about 2 years ago. I'm going into my year now and I done broke both school records, indoor and outdoor. I done placed all second team, all conference, all region every year, and it's all started on my approach, man.
That's big, man. Like I'm just so grateful to hear that, you've been able to actually make real progress and really come through and just be better, right?
Absolutely.
Just from focusing like specifically on the approach, right? I'm sure there was other things in there, but
Yeah,
when we talk about some of the things I kind of taught or I preach as a coach, like
yeah,
approach is everything. You
yeah,
know, and the same can be said just in life, right? When
yeah,
people want to succeed, it's all about everything you do leading up to that success.
absolutely.
So yeah, man, want to ask
Absolutely.
some more questions for you. Like, you know, when it comes to your improvement in high jump, like you say, you've been able to achieve some accolades, do well at the region, at conference, and just jump higher, period. Like, how has that affected, other parts of your life, whether that's, your family supporting you and things like that?
Um, I've taken high jump, like track and field, well, specifically high jump. So when it comes, like I was a basketball player all my life, so I've always worked with the team. I always depended on the next person. So when it came to high jump, it was really just me, myself, and I. And that's really taught me a lot about myself, which made me successful, not just on a track, but in the classroom with family life. Just being able to focus on different things. Having more time to focus on different things because I'm always focused on just myself on a track on approaching that bar. So I really learned a lot of things about myself. I've had a lot of more time, to learn about myself and also learning to listen to my body. It gives me more time to listen to my body rather than, every day jumping every day and, trying to jump every day. It really has enhanced me as a man.
Oh yeah, I love to hear that. I would love to hear, just more about that shift. So, like many high jumpers, you played basketball.
Yeah.
I played basketball. You got all these other high school kids, they playing basketball and then doing high jump. What was that shift like, going from basketball, being basketball in your life to not being, track and being high jump?
It was hard, especially being a two-sport athlete, coming straight from basketball, going straight to high jump. I had to learn. It was really hard to learn. Specifically, it was hard to learn not to reach on my last step, So with me, when I'm going for a layup, I like to take like long steps. I'm 6'7", I like to take long steps. So with high jump, I have to really be quick with my feet, especially on those last two steps. So that it was hard to, mentally and physically flip the switch coming from basketball to track. But as I did it more, I progressively learned, studying, learning about myself, watching YouTube, watching you specifically. It was easier to do it down the road.
Right. And I would say, mentally, what's the difference for you when you're talking like preparing for basketball and now doing high jump and preparing for high jump?
Absolutely, man. Preparing for basketball, it was like I was preparing for war, like when we have those practices, those games, it was wartime. With high jump, it was more it's still war, but rather going against everyone else, I want to go against myself. I want to make myself better. No one else I'm competing against is going to make me better. I'm going to make myself better. So it was more relaxed, it was more calming, trying to, to calm before the storm. So I was listening to like with basketball, I'm listening to rap, hard music. When it comes to track, I'm R&B, it's a little slow, just trying to relax myself, my thoughts and everything.
Oh yeah. It's a completely different sport. Right?
Absolutely.
Like I just remember I did three sports. I did football, basketball, and I did track.
Mm,
And track was that one sport or high jump specifically where we out there by ourselves.
absolutely.
It's like it's you versus the bar. Like it's just you versus you. And there's some true power in that, right? Because a lot of the kids, they be thinking like, oh, I gotta do this, I want to be better than this person, I gotta do this and that. But high jump is the perfect example of trying to be within yourself.
Absolutely.
Because there's nothing else around you, ain't nothing going on, nothing else going on but you at the apron.
Absolutely.
So it's like you got these 30 seconds or 1 minute to pretty much be the man or the girl and just live in that moment, right?
Absolutely. Yep.
And one thing my coach, well, one of my former coaches, he wasn't even my position coach.
Yeah.
And I was stressing out at like an NCAA championship. I was like, I want to do good so bad and I want to do good. And he was like, DT, you just gotta be good for that one moment when you're standing out there. Right?
Mm,
Like don't try to be the man or don't try to be this all the time. I'm just asking
yeah.
you when you step out there, turn it on right there.
Absolutely.
And I took a lot from that. Right. And I also teach athletes just treating your first jump like it's your last jump.
Mhm.
Like that's a big thing. Like treating your first jump
Huge.
like it's your last.
Huge.
Because I'm sure you've noticed with high jumpers when they go out and they get on their last attempt, and their last attempt they usually get up way higher if
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
miss two bars.
They give it they all. Yep.
Yep, they give it
Yep.
everything they got. So you want to mentally almost trick yourself and say, "Boom, this is my last jump," so that you can have three last jumps. You see what I'm saying?
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
And to also relate that to life, I love to connect, the sport to life because that's what it is for me. Like that's how you should approach everything that you do.
Absolutely.
Like it's your last one. Like that's the best way to be successful when you're trying to do something.
Mm,
Like if you approach it like you got to reset it, you got to start. Oh, I got a couple more. Oh, I'll
yeah.
do it tomorrow. It's
Yeah.
gonna make you. It's gonna make you worse in the long run.
Absolutely. 100%. 100%.
Right. So Malik, looking forward. So what are your goals now?
So, I've been dealing with some injuries this year, but we're just trying to bring everything back together. Um, we have our regional meet in about, I think, 8 9 days. So I'm just preparing for that. The only thing I want to do is just get back to where I was this year. I am a senior. I am coming back for my fifth year, which I do have more eligibility for track, which I'm going to use. So I just want to get back. Of course I want to do good. Like the main focus is to do good. The main focus is to be on that podium. But I have to look back. I've been at this regional meet before. I've been all region before. You know, I've done these things. I think I'm just trying to move too fast, you know, trying to recover from these injuries mentally because I already recovered physically. It's just mentally. So when I get to this regional meet, I'm just trying to get back to where I was, you know? So that's all it's about. And if I go up from there, which I hope I do, I'll just go up from there.
Oh yeah, that sounds good, man. I'm rooting for you.
Yes, sir.
Uh, Wishing you the best. Going into this regional meet. Getting back to nationals and being able to actually succeed at the national level as well. On top of that, right? And
Absolutely.
I got some words of encouragement for you because I dealt with a slight injury in
Mm.
my fifth year actually at Auburn, and I wasn't recovered physically, but I had to force myself to recover mentally.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah,
So it's a similar situation to what you have now, but you've recovered physically. But here's some advice when you're talking about recovering mentally. When I was hurt, when I had twisted my leg the wrong way, I knew I had to go jump at regional. Same situation you in. I was
yeah,
like, I'm either gonna go out here and jump and like do my best and when I say do my best, I'm saying give it everything I got with what I
yeah,
that's a good way to approach it, and I believe you can take a lot from this. When you go out into the regional meet or just preparing for practicing,
yeah,
don't think about, oh, Malik, I gotta be perfect, or I gotta just be back to where I was. Like,
yeah,
have some gratitude and just take in where you are right now, right? Like where you are mentally and physically, and say, okay, this is where I'm at. How can I be a little bit better the next day? How
right.
can I be a little bit better the next day? And when you go out and compete, just have fun with it, man.
Mm,
You really want to just try and have fun and kind of try to take some of that pressure off.
absolutely.
Because
Yeah,
when I was competing, I knew I wasn't in my best shape. I knew I was a little sore, physically.
yeah,
Just like how you probably been dealing with a little bit mentally.
yeah,
But the best way to take your power back is to kind of try and let it go by just trying to have fun and be in that moment, and just do the best you can no matter what.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I appreciate that. That was good. I needed that. I needed that, especially with the have fun with it. I needed that.
Yeah, for sure, man. I'm telling you, it helped so much, right? I was at my regional meet. I
Mm,
I had made the bar on my third attempt two or three times.
yeah,
Two or three times. Like third attempts are scary. And
exactly.
I did that two or three times, smiling through it, like I'm finna get it. I'm
Yeah,
finna
yeah.
get it, and I didn't know if I was gonna get it, but I'm just talking to myself, I'm gonna
I
get
mean,
that,
yep, yep,
and that got me through, right? And that's my encouragement for you, man. Go out and have fun with it, and
absolutely.
you're gonna be good.
And I appreciate that, man.
But yeah, for sure. But yeah, guys, I appreciate y'all coming to this interview, and like I said, this is Malik. Malik, he reached out to me. He was jumping 5'8", 5'10". He ended up breaking out in a short period of time and ended up going 6'5", and improving by approximately 5 to 7 inches over that period of time, man. So that's a testament to his hard work, not just some of the things that I gave him coaching wise, but just a testament to him as well. All right, so Malik, I appreciate you hopping on, man, and good
Yes,
luck.
sir. Thank you. Thank you for having me, boss.
Oh yeah, for sure. If you're the parent of a high school high jumper and you have an athlete who's actually looking to improve in the sport and you want to help them reach their goals, then book a call with me down below where we'll walk through where your athlete is right now, where they want to get to, and on how I can actually help them get there. All right, so like I said, my name is Dontavious, still three-time Team USA high jumper, went from 4'8" to 7 feet in high school, and I've helped hundreds of high jumpers improve their PRs and eventually qualify for state championships as well as win state championships and eventually get scholarships. So if you guys want to have an opportunity like that for your child and allow them to actually improve in the sport, book a call with me. We'll set up a call, set up a time to talk, where I can walk you guys through my entire process and get you guys plugged in.